down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, what I said earlier, these slides, this information, I want you to make 10 times, or is it 100 times? Is it $1,000? What's that? Is that 100 times?
Maybe 1,000 times.
Okay. And I want you to take notes on the back of your sheet of paper, or some notes that you can write down. You are, on the other sheet, you can ask me questions. I'm going to try to burn, there's 40 slides. If I go 1 minute per slide, that means 40 minutes, right? That would give us an extra 20 minutes of questions and answer. Or if there's a slide that I went over that we want to dive in even deeper as a consensus, I will do that. I'm just going to do quick, broad strokes and give you as much information as possible. Cool? All right. You guys know who I am. I'm an investor, educator, and I'm a ninja. Fake one. Anyway, technology is my deal. Number one up is mightytext.com. You can download this. It's free up to so many text messages. But people are amazed. How can I manage 10, 20, 30 people at one time? All through mightytext.com. I text all my workers. I text all my friends. I text like blazing. I'm sitting there with one screen opened up and I'm texting people like workers. It doesn't matter. But Mighty Text, you can get this. You can get this on your iPad. You can get this on your desktop. I use this for desktop. It's I think $50 a year, or it's free for like a couple hundred text messages. But of course, I text message more than that. So a friend of mine just downstairs on the bottom floor runs a DJ company. He actually just thanked me for pushing him to use this. Amazon Business. I like to save money. You like to save money. How do you save money? Amazon Business. It's real easy to get an account. You just have to have an EIN number. And on an average, a minimum, I'm saving at least 10% on everything I buy on Amazon. From my locks, people ask me about those locks out there. Those locks on those doors, the keypad doors, these are for Airbnb, are $55 that you're paying. I'm paying $46. So that's 18%
Wow.
off of Amazon on a regular basis, quickly.
If you have a Prime account, you get free shipping.
Yep, concord, whatever, say the word, conjunction with your Prime. Now the only thing I noticed that was different, it ships everything individually, and it ships everything with you can do a PO on it, and you can track everything. So that's the only thing that's different. Like I like to group up all my orders together, and then
do one ship.
And then one ship. But this, as soon as I click the button, that thing is shipped the next day. It's super mighty fast. But what the great thing is that you could do reports. So if I have 3 different credit cards in there, one for personal, one for another business, one for my other business, and I tag, when I'm buying supplements, I put in there personal, and it tracks it. It all keeps everything separate and organized for my accountant. It's awesome. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money, and you will save. Now, sometimes it's never more than what someone else is. It's even cheaper than Prime. Okay, and Prime's included in it. You just need to get Amazon Business. Okay, Marcus.com. I just did a podcast on this. If you have any money at all and you're in between transitions or transactions, you might want to park it in here. It has no cost. It's easy to transfer out, but you can start getting 1.5%, which is a joke in itself as a real estate investor. But hey, it's virtual and you can keep your money safe. FDIC, blah, blah, blah. Marcus.com. That's if you get you're in the middle of a transaction and I got a store. Yeah, VIP up front. Come on, you're late. See, you missed the prizes. If you were on time, you would have got a switchblade. Since I got love for you, there you go. You got to pay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. No, I'm not that large. I don't have money all in the deal. All right. 16personalities.com. My man up front got all excited about this website. My success, my wealth, my staff, my property management, all is successful based on learning people's personalities. If you want to make more money in buying more property, you got to know their personality. If they are a high D, if they're an I, if they're outgoing, if they're a C, if they're analytical, or they're a support staff. This is a newer website that has newer questions. You can just send this to somebody, send it to your wife or your husband, and
Is it different than disc?
It's a little bit. It's the same concept as disc, but it's more modern. It's free. It just gives you a different perspective. You want to master this. If you want to, if I'm talking, like I screwed up yesterday on a house. I tried to buy this house from this lady. I just wasn't thinking right, and I just hammered her. Bam! This is the number, and I did the walk-away close. And I didn't even analyze where she was coming from or what's her personality type. Maybe, I was just trying to close a deal. Okay? When you slow down and master people's personalities, you'll just make more money and you'll be a lot more sensitive. If they're D like me, I'm like right to the point. I don't care about the grass. Just, do we need to cut it? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Just take this test at 16personalities.com. It's free. Give it to your staff, give it to your friends, give it to your spouse. You want to know, and you want to talk their language. I know my wife has a high I. If I just said the word failure to my wife, it would crush her. Just one word would just destroy my wife. And so, but now I've mastered this, and this is another service. It's free, and I can speak her language, and life is grand. All right, Doc Hub.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Doc Hub is integrated into Google Drive. So everything I do is in Google Drive. This is like, what's realtors use? eSign. There's another one.
DocuSign.
DocuSign. Okay. They're all the same, I guess, but the great thing about this, it's free. I actually pay for it now because I use it so much. It gives you're allowed to modify, do signs up to 5 free contracts a month.
It's only $5 a month.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth $5 a month. The great thing about Doc Hub, it stores every document you ever touch with that. It's buried in there. That's one thing that's phenomenal, and you can edit it. So, for example, when I borrow money and I have to fill out a loan application, if you're buying a lot of houses, you're filling out how many loan applications? A lot of loan applications, right? So I stick it all in there. It takes me 2 minutes. I log in. I click the information. I put an address in there. It's a template. It's done. It's in the cloud. It sends it to them. Finished. Another thing that I do is anytime someone sends me a PDF, I send it. I click a button. It goes up to Doc Hub, and I sign it right there on my phone. I sign it right there. And it's all integrated with my Google, and if you're a Dropbox fan. Now, Hub Doc, reversed. Okay, so you got Doc Hub, Hub Doc, Doc Hub, Doc Hub. Okay, my friend is in love with this. I have not tried this yet, but basically, and there's another website I just found out that's doing it. I just did a podcast on it. But this aggregates all of your financial information into one place. So you log in here, every statement, your car. I log into Kia Finance. I log into Ford Finance. This is what password did I use? I forget. This is all super secure. Aggregates all that information and then puts it in QuickBooks with you too. So it's like $9 a month or $6 a month. But Thomas Morgan, a friend of mine, he's madly in love with this. It's all the cool thing is just log in. It's all in one place. All your statements, it catalogs everything. It's bomb.
So all your mortgages you have.
Yeah, all the mortgages are in there. How about your insurance? If you have more than one apartment, it's all in there. Doc Hub, check it out.
Okay, cool.
It's a free. It's a free. You can check it. You might not like it. Oh, okay. Celebrity status. Sit up front, celebrity. He's speaking at Investor Weekend coming up on Private Money. Rates $4 million. Are you ever? Yeah. That's my man right there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. A books, you cheap punks. You gonna stab yourself with a knife.
Sorry.
Seriously. No liabilities. Everybody heard me. I'm not responsible for the knives. This dude, open the knife up. I can see him stab himself. AbeBooks.com. Actually, Amazon owns this, but you can find books on there for $3, out of print books. It's a great place to find books in general. I'm going over a lot of apartments right now, apartment management. I'm digging into apartments really hard. There's like $30, $40 books out there on Amazon. I go to A-Books, $6. And these are like textbooks. You can find everything and anything on A. Ooh. Oh, I must have got excited about 16 personality. Put that in there twice. Got this one for all you cat lovers. This is a little bit more advanced for the technology wizards in you. But Product Hunt is like every new product that's coming out, and it does it's crazy. You just go up there. How do I find all this stuff? Is through services like this, like TechCrunch, Mashable. Have you guys ever heard of those websites?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Product Hunt is really cool. It actually they do like mini tests. I don't know how many people are working for them, But if you're looking, instead of you downloading a app and checking it out, or a certain product and filling it out, or even games, you go to Product Hunt, you'll spend hours on there just scanning, looking at stuff. It's just a great way to find new products and services real quickly. And it's way up to date, like today. Like there's probably like 30 new products on there. I just learned this from a friend of mine, To-Do List. No,
Oh yeah.
they changed your logo. I've only been testing this. I'm going to show you how I do it a different way. People are like, how can you manage all these people? How can you manage all these properties? How do you manage all these projects? How do you write 5 books? How do you do all that stuff? Through to-do lists. Okay,
Right.
Through that, it syncs to my Google. Everything has to sync to my Google. It's in my phone. I mean, my deals are in my phone. I track my deals. When I got my deal, it's almost like Podio, but it's real scanned, real sized down. Okay, so there's a bunch of great videos on Todoist. It's a little advanced and organizational, but you might want to check it out. Okay. Grammarly, GRAMMARLY.com. Okay. Now, you can get a VIP up here. You sit front. We saved a seat for you, girl. There you go. We'll get you a weapon too. If some man that bothers you, say, look, I'll pay for this tab. And it looks like I got a black credit card. What does a black credit card mean? Wallet. And you open it up. There's a knife on the back. Stab him. There you go. Okay. The cool thing about Grammarly is if you use Chrome, I'm assuming they have other extensions, but it will. The great thing is it pops up in your posts, in your blog posts, and your Facebook posts, and it tells you that you can't speak or write or talk, because that little, it says double negative right there. Mine goes ballistic. See the little button on the bottom right? This is how many things are wrong in this little post. Now you can get the robust one, but this is a free version. I've been using the free version for a couple of years. It stays active behind the scenes in my Google Chrome extension. Okay, you all know that? You know what that is? Okay, and it just runs in the background. So if I'm making a post somewhere, it'll start reading what I'm typing, and then it will give an adjustment. Anybody use Grammarly? Okay.
Do you know double negatives are no?
Double negatives are a no. I would assume. No.
Just a little humor.
Cool.
Grammar humor.
Okay, so this app is on iPhone and Android. It should be on Android first, but it was on Apple first. A plus calendar. My whole life is in a calendar. Okay, so it's so easy to see. I don't know. I've used this for so many years, probably over 5-10 years since last time I touched an iPhone. I don't know. I forgot where I dropped off at iPhone 2, and I left that behind. But
Me too.
so I don't know how long a year ago was that. But I had this on the iPhone. 26,000 people at 5 stars. Okay,
Is that like
it's
Google
$3.
Calendar for
Don't be
iPhone?
too cheap, huh?
Is it like Google Calendar for iPhone?
Yeah. And the reason why I use this, it was better than Google Calendar, because I used to my iPhone was outfitted all in Google. Like I just ripped everything off and just used Google on it, and then I got off iPhone, thank God, and then I got on Android. But this calendar is better than the Google Calendar
Okay.
for me. So you could try. There's a free version, and that's a paid version. It's like $3, or maybe it's $5.99. Okay, so on how I organize all my stuff, all my deals, all of my stuff is organized in Google Tasks. Okay, now you could use Evernote. Who uses Evernote? Anybody uses Evernote? Just one smart person. Evernote. Who else uses? Who organizes their deals? You got a deal that comes. What do you use?
I use Todoist and Podio.
Podio. Okay. Does anybody know what Podio is? Podio is like a massive CRM, customer
Podio's
relations
amazing.
manager. What do you all? You have it. You don't. Monetary. Yeah. Sure know. Been New Western. The most important thing to cash more checks and get more deals is what? One of the most important things. Follow up. Front row. Follow up. And anybody know what a tickler system is? Anybody heard of that?
Yeah.
That tells you how old you are.
Right. I like to be tickled.
She likes to be tickled.
That's a different.
I like
That sounds like
That's a different tickler.
I like us to serve
different topic.
Well, the room just changed. We went from Jesus lovers to something else. So we'll stick with the Jesus lovers. All right. In my Google tasks, has anybody used Google Tasks at all? No, because it sucks, right?
Yeah.
It does. People use Google Keep. Have you heard of Google
Yes.
Keep? Okay. All right. Well, this is what my Google tasks look like. And you go to this web address, it's mail.google, I can give you a better lesson on it, but if you want to see your Google tasks, it's hidden in your Gmail.
Yes.
And you got to click on right above new compose. You can click on tasks, but there's no bloat here. It's super lightning fast. The reason why I don't like Evernote anymore, because it spoons up all over your Evernotes and it just takes too long. I have like hundreds of gigs in there. So it's just, I don't know if that's hundreds of gigs or terabyte or something. It just reads through, it's just too slow. This is all just data, O's and ones and zeros, super fast, and it syncs to all my devices in seconds. So if I'm talking to somebody right here, like I have my projects, my staff, who I'm working with, and then I just click on that button, and then it goes over. And then I have my to-do list. But you have to go to that, it's Google, mail.google.com/tasks/canvas, maybe that weird stuff. I can send it if you want. All right, Tenant Cloud, all you non-managing software people of your units. This is an alternative, extremely cheap alternative to Buildium. Wow. There's a cheap alternative to Buildium. This is a great, my friend of mine uses this. It's a great, robust property management software that has been kicking tail. Okay? TenantCloud.com.
$35 a month.
It's free. There's a lot of free versions on. There's like, if you have like under so many units, I think when you get to 35, it's unlimited, or that's a Service Pros part. But it's pretty robust. It's a startup company, very modernized websites for you. Yeah, this tenant check, can collect rents. It's what I like about it, the syndication. When you put your listing in there, and you guys want me to spell it for you, it's just Tenant Cloud, TenantCloud.com. But the cool thing about it, so millennials, they love big pictures. They love, have you ever been to like a millennial website? It's like real big and real, I don't know how to explain this. This website, this aggregates your information and puts it up nice and sexy and gorgeous on your own website. So if you don't have any software at all, if you've got 1 unit or you've got 100 units, you need to get software because it syncs. You can do rent rolls. If you're trying to borrow more money and the banker's like, I need rent rolls, and you don't have a rent roll because it's stuffed in a spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm talking. Big dog. If you got some cool, sexy spreadsheet, you ain't borrowing money because you don't got no rent rolls properly. Okay? So this all aggregates the information for you. Check it out. Did you know that I can talk at this level and it will type it all in for me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? Does anybody know about Google Type Voicing?
Use it all day, every day.
Do you really?
I don't ever use the keyboard.
That's awesome. Does anybody use Google like OK Google and it's real perfect? Well, they have that embedded now. Oh,
You're talking to Google.
it's
There
sync.
it is.
That's why I have this laptop. Actually, you should get this
much.
laptop. But this is a hybrid laptop. It's half Android and half Chromebook. So it's a hybrid. Pretty phenomenal. So you go into your Google Drive, open up a doc, Google Doc, and then under the File menu somewhere, do you know where it's at on there? File.
On mine, I have a shortcut on the top of it.
Okay.
Like when you open up a Word document, it has the little microphone.
You
just
just
click
have
it.
the shortcut.
You can well, if you don't have a shortcut, you got to find it. It's under File or whatever. Go down. It's like the third thing down. It says Voice Typing. Click on that. This little thing is in like active on your screen, and you just start talking, and it types. It's phenomenal.
Yep.
If you're an attorney and you got a case, and you're trying to sue somebody and kill them, you won't lose a thought. Okay. Auto texting. Now this is on an Android. some Samsungs do this already. If you have a Samsung phone, or I don't know if they have this on iPhone, but I use this a lot. This is where I can put like, I can schedule text. Like I wake up at 5 in the morning, so I can't really text nobody at 5 in the morning because majority of the world are still sleeping.
You can't hear him.
Yeah, there's only like 0.01% of the world that are up at that early. Okay.
Good reason.
This is called Auto SMS. This is on an Android.
LG or Samsung, they both do it.
They have it. It's embedded in their phone, and a lot of people don't know this. So this is why you're here today. In there, you can schedule text messages. For example, like my contractors, I know they start on the job at 7, and just for example, if you go out this door and look, we're remodeling this, and they put the wrong door. Does that ever happen to you before? But they put a 6-panel. No door up here has a 6-panel. There's a giant 6-panel right there. Now I gotta let them know, hey guys, we need to change that 6-panel door out to a solid core door. Well, I can't text them at 5 in the morning because at 5 in the morning they may woke up, taking a shower. They'll forget about it. So I'll schedule it specifically at a specific time, like at 7:15, 7:27. That hey, at Red Tree Center on the 3rd floor, make sure that you swap out that thing. So I don't think. Plus, they'll reply back, and I'll forget about it, and it actually logs into your phone kind of and shows that text for you. So if you're looking through your texts, you see, oh, I text contractor to tell him that. So it kind of keeps track of it for you. You could schedule it for your anniversaries. Hey, baby girl, happy birthday. That could work, you know. So you can schedule text messages. You can also do broadcast text messages. If you're all on my friends list and I wanted to put that in there, I can put that in, and it goes through your server or your not server but T-Mobile or Verizon.
When you send out like the mass text, is it sent individual? It's not a giant group text, right?
The service for this one,
Was it?
you can do it on Mighty Text too.
Oh, okay. I use a different service than that for.
Well, I use because you have to opt in, but like when I was on a retreat with some friends and we were all trying to figure out where we were going to go eat, and 5 people were over here, 5 people were swimming, 5 people were skiing or whatever. I just go in here, hey, we're all meeting at 7 o'clock at this place. And I just one time, I text person one time. I don't know if you've ever been around with a group of people and you're trying to organize everything and, oh, you didn't text me. So, and it saves it in there. So I have that one group for that one time in there.
Right.
Now I could do it for there's several hundred people on my text blast that I text out. It would bog my phone down because it manually sends that text like it's personally coming from you. But the text messages I send to remind you guys that today's a landlord lunch, I use a different service for that. But this is free. And you guys like free.
Yeah.
Or you could use your Samsung or LG. Okay, so earlier I talked about DocHub. Okay, and so I also use HelloSign. That's another free one. And I only use products or services that integrate with Google. If it doesn't have a Google element to it, then I just don't even use it. If it's an iPhone product and I can't use it, good luck. I won't use it. But what you want, when I was talking about that DocHub, when someone sends me a document and I want to sign it, it's all integrated, and this is what it should look like. You right click on it, you open with. A lot of people don't know that they can add apps to their Google Drive. Okay, we can spend hours on that alone, but I have these services: PDF Mergy, HelloSign, Google Docs. I can open, Jasper sent me his goals. Thank you. And I wanted to open it up, and I wanted to write on top of his goals. He sent me a PDF, and I wanted to, say, hey, do it this way. And so I opened it up, and then I would use DocHub, and then I could text right on top of DocHub and send it right back to him. Or I can add my goals to his goals. I can use PDF Mergy and so on. But this is all integrated to Google Drive. That's the most important thing. Are you guys ready? You want some more?
Yeah.
Okay. We got about 40 more slides. No, I'm just joking. Okay, everybody should take their phone out but do this one. FamilyTreeNow.com. I could find out who's your girlfriend, who you dated 10 years ago, on this website.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's scary. If you have a pretty unique name, but they've actually been sued. There's all kinds of stuff. This is but you can't. It's information on the internet. It aggregates. You want to find somebody's name, somebody's phone number. You can find it through FamilyTreeNow.com. It's free, and it will show you. Like, it shows me a girl that I dated a long, long time ago pops up under my name. Wow.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's super creepy. Like, you should just for fun just be putting in, Alan Moore, Oklahoma City, or Alan Moore from somewhere else, or Jasper Harrison from. And if you knew where they lived before, it's interesting. Will this be a helpful tool for your tenants,
Absolutely.
or finding buyers, sellers?
Yeah.
And does that tell you if people are searching for you as well? Because
No, I've had this for a while. I haven't been on there in a couple days. I mean, a couple months. I don't. But it was so massive that, like, it's difficult to get off there. Like, a lot of people now are trying to. There's a big point in trying to erase your stuff off the internet. You may read a lot about that. Like, you're trying to. It's impossible. You can't. MDC or something. You can Google this stuff. Family Tree Now lawsuit, Family Tree, whatever. But it's still rolling. It's free. It's a free domain. But it's just fascinating. Like,
It's public data. Once you put it out
yeah,
there, you're
when you co-sign for a loan for somewhere, or you joint tenancy on a property, like you were dating someone and you happen to be put on a lease on somewhere, it's on the internet. Okay, does everybody know about Real Estate ABC? Who does not know about ABC, Real Estate ABC? You don't know about this?
I don't know about it either.
Well, you but lot just changed. You just made $1,000 today.
Sweet.
For real. You just got your $10 is worth so much more. Real Estate ABC is the only website that will aggregate cash sales in that area. So you put in, because the MLS is a great place for comps, right?
Sweet.
But this will do what cash buyers are. So if you're looking to buy in this specific neighborhood in Plaza, and you want to know who's playing down there, who's doing it hard, who's got the cash, you can find out all the cash sales. These are real comps compared to the MLS comps, where MLS comps don't have cash sale comps.
Right.
Now, who has cash sale comps is our county assessor, because they have all transactions.
So this pulls from the county assessor.
I don't know where it pulls from, but it works. Now, this is how I determine square footage. This is how I do my own comps. I know this is how I do it all day, every day. I'm on this website all the time.
That's sweet.
This is like when you type in your address, put your hands together, clap it up. Also, you clap it up. This is your admission right here. You, even I got friends that are realtors that don't know this. I put this in, I put the address, and it will populate all the sales in that whole area. Then I cut and paste that, and I drop it into Google Sheets, a spreadsheet, and then I sum it up, and it just tells me exactly what my square footage is in that area. So there's no guesswork. I don't have to worry about an appraisal. I don't have to worry about, because I've gotten some comps back from realtors that were completely bogus. And then I've got, and I actually, this is very fascinating, and I was about to roll this by my boy Keith here in a minute. But I actually pulled real appraisals in October for these 10 properties, and I just got comps back from an appraiser 2 days ago, and they're completely way off. Like, fascinating. Like, well, and it was interesting. This bank that I'm refinancing with, they were like strong arming me to get new appraisals. But I thought it was very interesting that there were at least, I don't know the exact number, 15% less. I can pull it up. I have it on here. We can figure it out together if we've got time. Yeah.
Family Tree Now, I looked my name up. It's got a roommate that I had back when I was in the military in '97.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So you lied to me you dated that guy.
And some tenants of
Lied to me, girl. I knew it. Who's Jimmy?
and
Who's Jimmy?
And a lot of tenants that I've
I'm
evicted.
telling you.
And a lot of
Family Tree Now.
Known associate.
You should never snug up with a.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
A lot of thoughts are going through my mind right now. All right, let's keep this hope alive here. Voxer.com. Who uses Voxer? Only the smart people.
Can't do life without Voxer now.
Wow. Only 2 people. Who's the first time you ever heard of Voxer? How many wholesalers do we have in here? And you don't use Voxer? Yeah, I know you're a wholesaler. All right. What Voxer is it's a management tool for communicating through voice and text. So let's just give you a quick example. We're trying to buy 123 Elm Street, okay? And we have an acquisition manager, we have a contractor, we have the money person. Oh, and you want all these people to be involved without being irritated or without forgetting stuff. What you do is you create a folder in there, 123 Main Street. Instead of me telling, "Hey Mark, did you order the appraisal?" I go into Voxer. It's an app. I click on it. I make sure I'm on that right folder, and I say, "Hey, please order that appraisal, Mark." And then it will send right to Mark. Whenever Mark's not busy, he can go in there to that app and look at that and say, "Oh yeah, I forgot to order it." It keeps track of everything that's going on through voice or text or pictures.
Or links,
anything. And so another friend of mine, he just uses it to communicate with his wife, where she's a realtor and he's an investor, and they have a lot of communication, but instead of being interrupted every 5 seconds he can jump on Voxer and listen to those 3 messages. You don't forget about what's going on that project. You can go back and then you can assign people, you can take people off, and it's also like a walkie-talkie tool too. So cool. Any questions on it? All right. This is where all the savvy bandit signs come from, savvy wholesalers. DirtCheapSigns.com. DirtCheapSigns.com. It's really cool. You could do all this online. You log in there. They'll tell you cool little scripts, like handwritten stuff or fonts. You can put in images. You can pay $1.50 a sign for one color. Smallpdf.com. So think of that you can only do like 5 documents at a time. I actually pay for this service. I love this service. I don't like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe products, because they're too big. They weigh the computer down. It's just sluggish. You can open up a PDF. You can compress a PDF. You do all. It's in the browser. Everything has to be online in my world. It's super awesome. I've been using it for years. It's $5 for the year, a month, I think, but it's worth it. Small PDF. Anybody else use that? Who uses Small PDF? Buffer. If you've been watching me on Facebook, how do I keep up with all my social media? Buffer.com. You can log in there. You can hire a virtual assistant, and you ever see people that have like Corey Boatwright? You ever see his? He's got every day. He's got to be grateful for somebody.
Yep.
Well, how does he do that? Do you really think he's sitting there doing it? No, he uses services like Buffer.com.
Postcron's another one.
The Postcron, there's Hootsuite, there's like probably 10, 20 of them now. But it's $10 a month, and you can manage a ton of social media through this. Twitter, Instagram, Pixlr, Pixlr.com. My favorite. So again, back to Adobe Photoshop. This is how I modify photos. If you look on an Investor Weekend website and you see all our speakers, they have circles around them. You know, how do you cut out circles? Or like, anybody familiar with Adobe Photoshop? So this is like Adobe Photoshop in the cloud. It's free. They have 2 versions. They have a Pixlr Express, kind of like an Instagram, or just Pixlr. But it's basically, you can put layers, you can put mask layers, you can edit photos, you can turn them black and white, turn them grayscale, you can add colors. It's like Adobe Photoshop product in the cloud. It's my favorite. So if you're working with photos and you're a photographer and you take a not so good photo and you need to liven it up, you go to Pixlr. It also integrates with Google Drive, which is my favorite. But you can go there, edit a photo, you can share the photo, you can download the photo, you can just send it to the photo all through Pixlr. It's free. Wish.com. Anybody know about Wish.com? Okay. So it's very addictive. So be ready. So does anybody know what Alibaba is?
Yeah.
Okay. Alibaba is like an importing thing. Well, this is like AliExpress. Anybody heard of AliExpress? Okay. This is similar. Wish.com. Now you can buy. Now I wouldn't necessarily buy a $60 faucet there, and those are real prices. Okay. But what I buy tons of stuff on. Actually, my undershirt is from there. My undershirt was $2 from Wish.com.
Free shipping.
Free shipping. And this is like you name it, everything is on there. So basically, it's direct to manufacturer to you. And like squishies for your kids, squishies are on there. I mean, it's extremely addictive. So it's synced to your PayPal account. But I mean, I've purchased lights for bicycles. You can get tile. You can get all kinds of stuff. And I wouldn't order any kind of heavy stuff because it's shipped here, and it takes about 2 weeks to 2 months, depending on what it is. It's not super fast, but it's kind of like eBay, but 30-40% cheaper. And there's products on there like hoodies and hats, and now their clothes are in Chinese sizes, which they don't have big people. So. Like I'm like a 555X. Like you would be like a 10X.
Read the reviews.
You'd be like a 10X, homie.
Michael would be like,
So, along those lines, there's a website called banggood.com. It's a funny name, but it's another one of these.
Bang?
It's very similar.
Be careful what you're searching for when typing in that website.
Be very specific. Type in the correct address, banggood.com. And they do have U.S. warehouses as well. The price might be $1 or $2 more for some
Michael's
items,
like, I should have brought
but it's similar.
Is it good plural or just with or singular?
It's
Bang good. Okay, BANGGOOD. Cool, thanks, bud. Yeah, there's another one I used to use, AliExpress and this, and then Wish just seems, and they have these algorithms in Wish where they give you like, order right now in the next 30 seconds and you get an extra 50 cents off.
Did you get your locks and your like smoke detectors and stuff from there? Or?
Bang good.
Bang good. Okay. I don't. I mean, I'm trying to think of all like kids. There's tons of stuffed animals, kings, you name it. I'm trying to think. I have. Let's just keep on rolling. Shoebox. This is for all you rookies out there with no CPAs or accountants. They have no one knows this, but there is a free DIY account on there. They don't advertise it still if you want to handle the process yourself. But for as little as $10 a month, it's like old school Netflix. They send you a bag, okay, like an envelope. You open this envelope, you shove all your receipts in there, you seal it, you drop it in the mailbox, they take it, they scan it, they spreadsheet it for you, and they shred everything. Now, if you've never heard this before, but a friend of mine was getting an IRS audit, he called me in a panic, dude, what are you going to do? I'm like, throw everything up the shoebox. And he was only $1,200 off on his audit because everything is in there. Every detail, every receipt you ever had. Now, like what I do is I write on my receipt where I was, what it was for, what property, and so you can search it that way. It has some kind of algorithms, but if it's from Lowe's, it's in a spreadsheet. It says Lowe's. It has all the details, and you could download all your Lowe's receipts. For example, if you want to go into Lowe's and slap them around a little bit, look, I spent $10,000 a month here. Here's my spreadsheet of all the purchases I've made in the last 6 months.
Can you email them your stuff too?
Yes, the DIY account is, you could use the app, you take a picture of the check or the receipt, and it sends it up to the cloud, and then it puts in a spreadsheet for you by day. And you can do all kinds of searches. The amount.
I need that.
You should just start off. If you're just a beginning real estate investor, you should have Shoebox. Your life will be like, that's the biggest problem. And that's a lot of the questions I'm getting lately. Of course, taxes and everything's on their mind. I'm about to do another one on this stuff, but this just takes the guesswork out of stuff because no one wants to do receipts. No one wants to mess around, but the IRS wants you to. Right, so for $10 a month, you open the envelope and you shove it in there, and then what I do this is 10 years ago. I would just have this whole thing. I've saved $30,000 with this app, 30 G's off of this one thing. I remember my accountant calling me up, and she's like, "Steven, And this is like where I stopped, putting receipts in an envelope or, trying to organize it or trying to spreadsheet it myself. She called me, oh, you're going to pay $30,000 taxes this year. I was like, oh, no, I'm not. We don't have to figure that out. Did you log into my shoebox account? She said, what's that? And I got $5,000 back that year. So I just let her log in there, and you can go in there and just download it. So it was like 300 pages one year of every single receipt that I had. So it just catalogs it, and you can do the DIY account, which is you can get the app and you can do it all yourself, or you can just get an envelope, $10 a month or $20 a month, depending on what your volume is.
So do they categorize stuff like a lunch receipt? Or
You can. You have to log in and manually do it yourself, or you can hire a VA to do it.
So you have to tweak it.
You have to log in and tell it, right? And it is you can get real robust with it, but I don't even do that. I don't log in there and that was for that house. Oh, I can't remember. No, I just leave them up there. But on my receipts it shows that because my guys are trained to write it on the receipt.
Right.
But just not an automated thing. I don't know. Do you know anyone that has an automated thing? You can hire a VA to kind of do
a
it.
VA is probably the best way to have it automated, but it's probably you have to train the VA so much it's really not automated at that point.
Right. But for right now, you don't have to. You think you lost a receipt somewhere? It's back when I started out, when I was getting serious about accounting. This was the best thing I ever did, and it saved me $30,000, or maybe 5 G's, or however. Look, and that's the thing. I just did a podcast on this just the other day, and my accountant listened to it. Did anybody hear that one? She left a message on there. She said, "I love the gray area." That's all she said. I was like, "Are you talking about water? Like pee? Are you talking about because you guys are on the gray area all the time?" Because the point is, they're always going to side with what? The law. To cover their tail.
She didn't get angry with you?
No, because I gave her love at the end of the episode. I was like, she emailed me back. I mean, how many accountants say I messed up? Hopefully she doesn't listen. I'm just saying. I mean, she was super cool. I mean, she's super cool. I like her. I mean, she loves what she does, and that's the kind of people you want in your world, right? She's an enrolled agent. Does anybody know what an enrolled agent is? Raise your hand if you know what an enrolled agent is. 1 person, 2 people, 3? Okay, what an enrolled agent is someone that every year goes through extensive training and passes a test, and they get this designation on there. They can put /EN, and basically they're in cahoots with the IRS. They're really compliance with them. A lot of accountants just kind of drift off, because who wants to keep up with the law all the time, right? But an enrolled agent, they're just giddy about it. Oh. So when I asked her, I was like, hey, can I write off my marathon? And real fast, she was like, no. Which, I don't want to get into this debate. But she did email me back and said, if you're going to put Savvy on that deal.
Or a Savvy shirt?
Yeah, we're going to put Savvy on there. Savvy.com. Okay. CertifiedMailLabels.com. Don't ever go to the post office again. Ever. You got to pay $9 to start off, and you get these funky envelopes. I got them downstairs. You can see my property management down there. Now my whole group is up here now. We're all here at the Red Tree Center. Thrive, bing, bang. We're all up here now. We're moving right next to you soon. But we never go to the post office. I'm telling you, we certify mail everybody, anything. If we even fart wrong, we're going to certify mail you. We log in there. It costs us $4. You go to the post office, it costs you $6. You log in. Who you're sending this certified mail to, it holds up in court. We certify mail everybody, everything, and it's all protected. All through CertifiedMailLabels.com. Huh?
Eviction notices?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want more technology stuff, I have a whole thing on it. You can buy the DVD. It's 2.5 hours more than this stuff. If you want to buy it. All right, now we're getting into Sue.
I got to roll.
Electronics. See you later, buddy. All right, did you pay?
Yes.
Double check. You feel this AC coming on? Someone pay for it. All right. So I love these thermostats. I don't think they make them anymore. You can still find them on Amazon, but this whole building is ran on these thermostats. So they connect to the Wi-Fi. They're like, you can find them for $69 up to. Oh no, Lowe's still sells these for $99. And you can control the thermostat. Like right now, I don't want to get out of my lazy boy and I want to turn off the heat a little bit, I'm a little chilly from watching the Thunder game, I just log into my phone, I log into there, and if you got an Airbnb, I got an Airbnb complaint one time. It was cold when I walked in. We'll turn the heat on, girl. You know? So now, before they walk in, I can have the lights blazing. The AC fired up. So, especially on a building like this with 10 AC units, believe me, every day. We turn it down.
Can you set it on a schedule?
Yep. You can program it on the schedule. You can program it on the phone. You can program it on the thing. This has been by far the best. I've had a real expensive like IT Wizard one, which I have those downstairs if you want to buy them at a gross discount. They were $160 a piece because I believe in this technology. Because I don't, this you can see them, they're on the wall out here. They're everywhere. They're in my Airbnb that I had in Florida, my Airbnb downtown. They're in there. They're working. I can see when someone turns them on. I can see when someone turns them off. And this is what it looks like. My own crib's on there. Got my own crib on there. See what my wife's up to. I got the AC on, girl.
Is there something cool with that lock set too? You didn't mention it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you ready for the lock? Here we go with the lock set, everybody. Mr. High D over here. If you learn personalities, you can just laugh it off. Or I can be offended. Oh, the dude, he didn't even pay yet. Did you pay? No, he didn't pay! Did you get a knife?
You don't have change.
I knew this was going to be a problem. High detail guy. I don't want to do it, man. I know we're not going to have no change. All right. So,
Steve,
on the...
you say you can program the entry code from your phone?
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to get to it. Be quiet. Okay. So, yes, that exact model number. You can buy that on Amazon for $160. Did you put these in your house?
I put the...
Did you put this? Okay. I use, for my Airbnb, I use two. I use those over there. On that door, those are $50 a piece. If you're an Amazon Prime, $46 or $42. But you have to walk over there and change the code. I don't like to walk anywhere. So with this Schlegel, it has to have internet connection. I can, on the app, and I had it at my other warehouse, I can assign specific codes, as many as I want, to specific people. I can see when they open the door. I can see when they close the door. I know I can like if I fire that dude, boop, you erased. You out. I can control all that on my phone. That lock's $160, and you have to have internet though. But it's pretty solid. I ran a whole Airbnb in Florida for a whole year off of that lock, no problems.
So you don't necessarily need a key. You can do it as a code.
You don't need a key. Airbnb, we did it here. We have an Airbnb together. We did it here. And then on my old office, I had it on there so I can see when someone is lying on their hours. Now, I'm about to get to another way to check that out too. But it's just a convenient way that you could, because what scared me in Florida was if they pay the Airbnb and you don't change the code, because like my Airbnb in Oklahoma City, it's not, they could come back at any time, right? Because now they have access to the building. But I can't get down to Florida to change the code. So this worked out really well. Now, how do you track it another way? Simply Safe. Okay? Here's the cool thing about Simply Safe. You want to sit down? I'll pause for you.
Did they get their certificate license thing straightened out? All right.
Huh?
Did they get their certificate issue straightened out, I guess, in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I don't really care about the alarm part, about that part. I care about this part. That you can set this up, it's like a real alarm, and then it tracks, it dings me, it texts me as soon as someone opens the door, and as soon as someone sets the alarm, and lets me know. This is perfect if you have a bunch of vacancies. If you're rehabbing properties, or you're wholesaling, and you randomly give out the key, or you don't know what's going on, you can buy this device for about $150. It's real small. They've actually just changed it. You get this keypad, you can put it on a wall, and you set up this thing. It's not super loud, but you can, for $25 a month, and you can get alarm monitoring on it. It will send the police out there, and you want to stop something from happening, someone stealing something, someone going into your property, your contractor gets all funky on you. You can control it. You could change the code right on your phone. It's all through cellular. So you only get, the only thing it thinks about is they can only get 4 codes at a time. So but you can change them on your phone. So it's just it's awesome. Is like, okay, hey, I need to go change out that water heater. Okay, no problem. Just so you know, there's an alarm in there, so that sets the precedence right there.
You just have to have electricity on, right?
Just have the electricity on this one. The other ones you have to have internet.
You don't need internet or Wi-Fi on this.
It's cellular. You're paying the $25 a month per unit, and like I have a friend that does a lot of flips. He's got 4 or 5 of these at a time running around, and it cuts down on theft. Cuts down. You can do you got a door opener. You got a glass breaker. That whole system right there is like $150 or $250. You can get them on sale. You can get coupons.
That white tower on the left is basically a cell. That's what dials out.
Yeah, it's real small. It looks janky. You're like, hey, I paid it. It's not, but it works. Like it's a direct source to the call center, and that call center will call you. And then as soon as the door opens, you could set it up where it texts you, or it gives you either it'll text you or the app will populate for you. So if you're just on you rehab and you want to kind of keep track, this is a good thing to use.
Where do you get one of those at?
Simplysafe.com. Amazon has them. You can get the refurbished versions. The cool thing, this company is so if someone broke in one time and ripped the thing out and threw it out the window to stop the sound, and the police came, and Simply Safe just sent them a new one. They're a really great company. Dave Ramsey, that guy, that somebody, I'm just playing. He supports them. All right. Okay, guys, we got 6 minutes left. Fiverr. Anybody know about Fiverr?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So has anybody just seen my videos that I just posted up there about houses I got for sale? Anybody see those?
Yep.
They're all done on Fiverr. I pay $5 to get those videos done. Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com.
What is it?
Fiverr. You can do that. They do video editing. You can create logos. This logo, Investor Weekend, was on Fiverr. Savvy Investors was on Fiverr. That logo was created on Fiverr. That whole banner was created on Fiverr.
And they never charge more than?
Oh, they do. I mean, now but you can.
Music videos.
I mean, at $20 sometimes. You just have to spend time. The rookie people.
Logos.
It's cheaper if you can hire a graphic designer for 1 hour.
Right. Or if you really need a logo and you really want to brand your company or whatever, you can go to 99designs.com. It's a whole marketplace that will compete for your business, but it's $100. So, for $5, I mean, I paid $5 for that design, except for that logo. I designed that myself. But this whole thing right there, that whole image, how much do you think it costs for me to get that designed locally? That the DPI, the specs to fulfill that, how much?
$500.
$150, $250. Graphic designer, take them 2-3 hours to make sure that their print quality, the dots per inch are correct. There's a lot that goes into printing. If you really want to get really good at Airbnb, virtual assistants, is Upwork.com. And I have a whole course on Upwork. You can change the world outsourcing, and you should. Tons of freelancers. You need help. You name it. You can get books written, design things written. You name it. But it's a little bit more robust. If you're looking for someone to answer your phone for your property management company, Upwork is a place to find that person. There's people dedicated on just real estate, wholesalers that answer phones. From wholesaler friends of mine have hired all of their assistants on Upwork. All right, put your hands together. Any questions? That's it. Anybody else have a good job website, man? Make sure you pay the purple guy on the way out. We're gonna network, hang out for a minute.
You were on Fiverr, the one before, you mentioned another website also you did for
99 Designs.
99 Design. Okay, thank you.
That's like if you want to really make a phenomenal logo, and you got time. You for designers, you pick it's pretty phenomenal. It's worth it. Like you got a concept, and then all these people will make mock-ups. like all over the world will make mock-ups. Oh. 5526. Okay. Oh yeah, Investor Weekend. You can buy your tickets here, but this is going to be phenomenal. We have no like super sales pitch people selling at this. You know, have you been to a RIA before? And there's a sales pitch. Okay. Two of my really closest friends are speaking at this. One is Bob Dressman. He has made several $1 million in his IRA. He knows about inheritance IRAs. Anybody know about inherited IRAs? You know what that is, an inherited IRA? Let me tell you about an inherited IRA. First of all, an inherited IRA, if someone passes and you can make you a beneficiary, and now you have their IRA. Pretty cool, huh? It's called an inherited IRA. Here's the cool thing about the inherited IRA. As soon as you get that IRA, you can transfer any money in, any money out tax-free, only on an inherited IRA. Do you think that's powerful? Do you think you can ramp up millions of dollars tax-free in an inherited IRA by flipping contracts and selling houses? That's one way. Here's the cool thing. How many inherited IRAs can you have? Unlimited. I could teach you how to get an inherited IRA. No. But you can. It's not hard to do, but Bob Dressman is a master at it. He's a master at IRAs. He's kind of with Quest IRA, not his work for Quest, but when Quest started, they're the one that pioneered the self-directed IRA. He's going to be there. Brad Grayson from Indiana. He is the property manager wizard. He has helped me with a lead-based paint poison situation with a tenant. So he's coming. He has thousands of hours of property management skills, and he's coming.
Investor Weekend is not far off, with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch Meeting? The third Wednesday of every month. Go to landlordlunch.com.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.